Today we're going to talk a little bit about that a second miracle story that I have. My first one that I recorded was about the New York subway and how I had a couple of angels show up and escort me through this maze of the New York subway system. I'm from Texas, and got me to the house of a lady that I was going to be staying with while I was in town visiting. All that happened when I was a college student. Anyway, you can see that video um, here on my channel. So today I want to talk a little bit about a second miracle, and this is a miracle that is extremely profound to me because it occurred one day again in college when I was coming home from a study session. I had to come home from the computer lab, right? This is like 2001. I had a computer, but I didn't have a good printer, and I was doing my finals and my research papers and this, that, and the other for my senior year, and I was about to graduate. So I had to go to the computer lab, print out some papers, get them turned in before the deadline. Anyway, it was like easily 3 in the morning, 2 to 3 in the morning. And my apartment was across the street from the computer lab. I went to Texas State University, and the computer lab was kind of at the top of the hill. And my apartment there was like a little valley, like you go down the bottom of the hill, you have to cross a 4-lane road, and then you kind of trudge slowly up another hill where all the student housing and apartments were. So you kind of see where this is going. I'm having to cross a 4-lane road, right, at 2 or 3 in the morning. So I came out of the study hall and I was thinking to myself, well, I don't like walking in the dark, and I don't like walking by myself at 3 o'clock in the morning, but here we go. So I was about to walk home, and I had made my way down the bottom of the hill, and I was at the stoplight waiting for like the signal to walk. So it's 2 in the morning in a college town. I could have probably walked across the street. It's not a major urban area. San Marcos, Texas, especially back then, in 2001, was a lot more remote than it is now. And it's still not a city. Anyway, so I'm waiting there for the walk signal and, looking around. I'm out there by myself. And so I start walking across the street. Well, San Marcos, Texas is in the hill country of Texas. And so we have hills all over campus. It's absolutely beautiful. But anyway, so we have this one truck that comes down the hill while I am crossing the street. And the problem is it's raining. And so I'm questioning to myself, why? How am I going to get out of the road? Because this guy's coming down a rainy street and it's a hill, right? He's coming downhill. He will hit me. He's fishtailing because he sees me and he throws on the brakes, maybe 25 yards away. He throws on the brakes and he starts fishtailing. Okay. I can hear girls in his pickup truck screaming because I'm standing in the middle of the road and their truck is out of control. I begin to ask myself, do I run to the left? Do I run to the right? Because this guy is fishtailing. He's doing this. I have no idea if he's going to be here or here. Like, or if he's here and I run that way, I'm gonna get hit. If he's here and I run that way, I'm gonna get hit. If I stay put, maybe he'll go around me. And I'm having these thoughts in the split second, and he's coming at me. I mean, screaming girls in the car. Truck is out of control, and I decide to just freeze. I literally made the decision not to go left or right since he was sliding left and right, that I had just as much of a chance to survive if I stayed still as I did if I jumped. So I sat there and I thought, my whole life flashed before my eyes, and I'm thinking to myself, it's been a good life. Like, I've traveled, I have great friends. Like, I'm going through the whole thing and I'm like grateful for my life. And I was like, if it's time for me to go, I guess I'm okay with that. And so I just look the truck like straight in the headlights and it's coming at me. All of a sudden, the truck goes up on its back wheels. And I'm looking now at the belly of the truck, at the entrails of the truck, at the bottom of the truck. And so this truck scoops as it comes up to me, and it goes up on its back wheels. And I'm like it's right in front of me like this. And I'm like, then it pivots and it lays down in the grass. So like something lifted up the truck and moved it into the grass. The truck did not hit a street light. It did not hit any signage that was in the street. The girls were absolutely hysterical because they thought they had killed me. They were screaming. They started screaming at the driver. They say something about drunk driving. So this young person was drunk driving and coming down the road, downhill, in the rain, and lost control of his vehicle. And so an angel lifted up that truck and moved it over. And I froze for I don't know how long. It felt like an eternity, but I'm sure it was just there, maybe 3, 4, 5 seconds. I froze because I was like, I'm supposed to be dead. I just saw the bottom of the truck. The truck is right there. I'm right here. And I like literally like felt my arms to see if I'm still here. And I just like go like this. And I remember then I kind of, in my brain, I had a moment. It was like, I could either go home because I'm standing here like in the rain and I'm freaked out, but my friends are like my roommates at home. So I need to go tell them. And I just want to tell, like, I'm freaked. I didn't know what to do. And I was so excited because an angel just picked up the truck and pivoted over and laid it down on the grass. Like, they didn't just save me, they saved the lives of every child in that pickup truck. They saved the life of the driver. That would have been a terrible existence, I'm sure, to have to deal with the fact that while you were drunk, you killed somebody. And the girls would have been traumatized. It just would have been a horrible situation. And then it was so evident that somebody had picked up this truck because it's headed downhill and then it goes on its back wheels and pivots and lays down in the grass perfectly still. So then I kind of pop out of it and I hear them screaming and shouting. Like the girls are like yelling at the driver, like getting on to him. And I thought to myself, this guy almost killed me. Like I wanted to render aid to them because I was like, wanted them to calm down and know that I was okay. But then I was like so angry that he almost killed me and he was drunk. And what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? And I was like, I remember thinking to myself, freshman, and I was so angry because like here I am just trying to graduate, and these kids are over here running it, amok and almost killed me. And so I thought, I'm not going to render them any aid. I'm fine. I survived. They can see me survive. I just want to go home. And so I walked home and I was just shaking. Like I'm like shaking the whole time I'm walking. I'm trembling. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm supposed to, like I should have died, but I didn't. But I just saw the bottom of the truck. So I know an angel picked it up because it was right in front of me, like right in front of me, lifted it up and then pivoted it to the side. I don't know what those kids in the truck saw. They must know that it was a miracle because you don't go fishtailing downhill in the rain and end up on your back wheels, pivoting and perfectly still in the grass. So I remember thinking to myself, if I am here on earth, alive, it's because God has a plan for me and He's apparently very protective of that plan because this angel just saved my life. And I want him. And that's my second angel story.